This is my Solar Quad. Sweet peppers and aubergines. Fantastic, isn't it? I mean, just look at that. You couldn't buy better. Look at all those. Fantastic.
What are you going to do with all those peppers though, John?
Well, look, when you get a crop like that, there's only one thing to do, and that's make soup. And I'm going to show you how to make the most perfect soup. Okay, well, get yourself 14 or 15 peppers. They don't all have to be perfect. They can be a bit on the bent side, or a little bit on the green side, but ripe if possible. And the first job then is to de-seed them. Now here's a little tip actually, if you've got quite a few to de-seed, you should really do them outside or in the greenhouse because it can make quite a mess. But this is what you do. Just take the top of the pepper and then cut it in half, like that, and chop out the little bit of the pith and the seed. If there's any remaining, just give it a bit of it. That's it, and that's it. So that's all it takes to prepare your peppers. Okay, so then we get our baking tray, set out the peppers in the tray, finish them there, it's pretty close together, and just spray or brush on a dab of oil onto all the peppers. I've done these for you before we started. There we go. So there they are, ready. If you've got more than a tray's worth, you have to do them in shifts. Or you've got 2 trays, we'll put them on there. And then I put them in the oven. Bring in here at the top. And set the timer for 18 or 19 minutes. 18 minutes will do. And then now that's 180°C. Your oven might take a little bit more time or a little bit less time. It's something you learn with experience, but at the end of the day you want them lightly roasted, and we'll show you what they're like when they come out. So the next job is to prepare your flavouring. So these are what you'll need. 1 small spud peeled, place that in, a bunch of tarragon and a bunch of thyme. If you've not got them in the garden, then just use dried. Stick them into your pan as well. Okay. Bits. Next flavouring is coriander seed, and you'll need about a teaspoon of coriander seed. Doesn't really matter, whatever really suits you. And the same for fennel, gives it a lovely flavour as well. A few fennel seeds, put them in the pan. Pint of water. Go. Put the lid on, keeps the flavours in. Take them to your cooker, boil it, simmer it until the spud's soft, and then we'll take it from there in a minute. Spuds are done, take them off the heat, and you can just transfer the spuds directly to the bits of spud that are left, really, directly into the blender. There she goes. And then the rest we have to strain off the liquor from the seeds and the herbs. Make sure you get it all out, because there you go. Just a bit of, and you can leave that in if you want, but nice clear, a nice soup. Just have a bit of a taste, just make sure it's alright. God, that's brilliant. Put that in the blender and await the peppers. Okay, right, so our peppers are lightly roasted after 18 minutes in the oven, and don't leave them on the tray too long, because you don't want them to scorch. So the best thing to do is just to take them off, put them into a separate bowl. And of course, if you have another batch to go in, then just put them straight onto the same parchment, a little bit of oil, do exactly the same as you did before. Okay. Okay, when your peppers have cooled, this is the little skill bit for the job. They need to be skinned, so just run your knife along the skin. There you go, how about that? And you get that beautiful, that's it, discard that and move on to the next one. Fabulous. They're just done to perfection. If you can, try and get all the skin off, or obviously a little bit doesn't matter, but you'll find that you see it again in your soup when you're finished if you don't. Okay, well, we've got the peppers, we're on the last stage now. So get everything into your blender and give them good blending. I do about 70 seconds. It's just something I've come to over the years. Look at that. Oh my goodness me. Just look at the colour. Oh, fantastic. Now we must have a little taste of that. Well look, that's just, I mean, it may be a little bit of work, but it's well worth doing. That's brilliant.